A 99-year-old Ethiopian nun died in Jerusalem in 2023, and within days, millions of people were playing her music on repeat. This is the story of Emahoy Tsege Mariam Gebru, one of the forgotten mothers of Ethiopian jazz. Today, we are going to talk about her life, the challenges she faced, and what made her impossible to ignore. In 1923, a little girl named Emahoy Gebru, which means the most beautiful one in Amharic, was born into one of Ethiopia's most powerful families. Her father, Kantiba Gebru Desta, was a former mayor of both Gondar and Addis Ababa, by all accounts, one of the most powerful men in the country. When Emahoy was 6 years old, her father made a decision that would define the rest of her life. He sent her, along with her sister Senedu, to a girls' boarding school in Switzerland, where Emahoy discovered the piano, the violin, and her passion for the arts. Then came 1935. Mussolini invaded Ethiopia. 3 of Emahoy's brothers were executed by Italian forces, and her family, along with other prominent Ethiopian households, were taken prisoner and sent to the Italian island of Asimira, off the coast of Sardinia, a place historically used as a prison colony. Emahoy Gebru, the girl who had meant to become a concert musician, spent years as a prisoner of war. After the war, she rebuilt. She studied violin in Cairo under one of the most finest teachers in the world, Alexander Kontorowicz, and was accepted into the Royal Academy of Music in London. However, when the time came to pursue her studies, Emperor Haile Selassie's government denied her permission to go. Not Mussolini, not the war, her own government. The result of such harsh rejection caused Mariam to have a nervous breakdown. But Mariam had made up her mind. At just 19 years old, she secretly fled to the Quaitian Mariam Monastery high up in the mountains of Ethiopia's Wollo province without telling her family. At 21, she took her vows, became her nun, and received a new name, Emahoy Tsege Mariam Gebru. Unlike in Cairo or Addis Ababa, there was no piano in the monastery, so she wrote music and waited. In the 1960s, now in her 40s, she began recording, not for a label, not for fame, but to found orphanages and support the widows of soldiers killed in Ethiopia's endless wars. Her handmade records and cassettes, 150 compositions in total, went out into the world. She kept composing through the Dutch military coup in 1974, which silenced most of Addis Ababa's music scene overnight. She kept composing when her mother died in the mid-1980s and the Mengistu regime tightened its grip. Then she left Ethiopia and moved to Jerusalem. She was still composing, she was still giving everything away. In 2006, her music reached wider ears through an Ethiopian music archive series called Ethiopics. She was 83 years old. She had not stopped working. Her music went on to appear in 3 films in the space of 2 years. The Oscar-nominated documentary Time, the Netflix drama Passing, and Come On, Come On, starring Joaquin Phoenix. 3 completely different films, 3 different directors, the same music. She was still alive for all of it. She died in March 2023, aged 99. Only then did the streaming numbers explode. Millions of plays overnight for music she had recorded on home equipment decades earlier and given to orphans. The world did not discover Emahoy Tsege Mariam Gebru. It simply ran out of excuses to ignore her.